All right, good evening, everybody. This is game 2 of the bronze medal match between Ninban and Doomtap in the 2019 Link to the Past Randomizer tournament. I'm Mercer. I'm joined on commentary for this match by Rywick. How you doing tonight, Rywick?
I'm doing quite well. How are you, Mercer?
Oh, pretty good. I'm excited for this match. For those of you who did not see game 1, spoiler, Ninban won. Doomtap has chosen to make this a 6-6.
Wait. You just spoiled it. I was going to go back and watch it.
If you're looking at the screen, the Triforce is lit up anyway.
Oh, yeah, that does kind of spoil it for me, doesn't it? So this is game 2. If you haven't watched game 1, stop now, go back and watch it because this is pretty hype. In game 1, we remind our viewers who have watched it, or the new ones who have just joined us, that Ninban did take the lead at the very beginning by getting the mirror early, and also by finding the Samaria in Eastern Palace, which took Doomtap a long time to get the mirror, and he did not get that Samaria in the end. And you can tell Doomtap's state of mind at the moment. After a defeat like that, I can understand the morale, but he gotta keep pushing. Doomtap is a strong player to be in the top 4. He can push it. He can push it to game 3. I believe in him.
Yeah. On the other hand, Ninban appears to have found the tilde in the file names much more confidence-inspiring. I think he may be thinking he's a cactuar on the beach or something.
I think that he's motioning the waves, really. It's a cactuar above water. He knew that the flippers were what gave him the win? I'm not sure.
Well, there's a lot of flippers in the hash code here, but we should be getting started before too much longer here. So if Ninban wins, both runners' tournaments are over, but Ninban gets to carry home the bronze. If Doomtap wins, we get to go to a game 3, which will be scheduled later.
And no matter what happens, a Canadian takes a bronze medal, because these two runners are Canadian. Sorry, I'm a little proud of that.
I could not have told you that about either of them.
Mm-hmm. Like, they both have made a name for each other in the community. Doomtap is known to practice NMG a lot. He is 13th on the leaderboard, if I recall. Ninban, he has not submitted in a few years, but he is quite up there in the terms of runners, and also he is quite a representative in the French community. There we go.
Yep, and both runners starting in Sanctuary, and you don't really hate to see bombs right there. You don't have to worry about them for an early Kakariko play.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have seen that Doomtap usually goes to like Lumberjack and checks the forest and then saves and quits, but maybe this time he's going to go to Kakariko. And we did get a map check there.
Yeah, he had a 5-6 up at Tower of Hera and a pendant over at Eastern. Mm-hmm. Pendant Eastern held that cane that Doomtap never found. I don't know if he ever found out that that's where it was.
He did find out. Ninban did share that information in between their two races.
Tier 1 tree pool has small magic, but the bush crab has more bombs. Doomtap only gets one of them before killing the crab.
He'll still have another chance once he gets into Lost Woods with another bush crab, if he so wants to. 5 rupees over in Lumberjack. Probably won't be doing Ag 1 for that.
No, but a glove in Lost Woods, so there's one piece of our Dark World access.
Mm-hmm. It's a very early glove again. We might see Ninban farming for underneath that 50-50 rock, just for one extra bomb if he wants to. Where Doomtap did go for that bush grab.
Yep, and both of them getting the full heart container. A little bit of extra health never hurts.
Mm-hmm. Especially early game, like there's no reason to like not take that 1 second just to like be a little safer at the beginning. I mean, you don't have any weapons to defend yourself. You don't have any mails to mitigate some of the damage. I would go get that full heart container myself.
I don't know if Doomtap's No major glitches. Time is that good. He's
It's like hookshot and lamp.
heart
over
container
and
for
line
one.
side,
Yeah, that's some nice early pieces. The lamp at least will save time and might be required for the fire source.
I mean, it's already spelling out "Go to Death Mountain." I mean, you've got your glove, you've got your lamp, you've got your hookshot. I think there's something there. So yeah, as a reminder to our lovely viewers, once somebody loses in one match, they get to decide a modifier, and the modifier that Doomtap has chosen for this is to make it a 6/6 defeat Ganon. So we will be skipping one of our crystals.
And there's one of our coins, Quake hiding out in the well.
Mm-hmm. We're not lacking for rupees either. It's pretty generous this seed so far. Ninban will probably be buying some bombs after he visits the chicken hut. Because he has not been farming like Doomtap has on the bush crabs.
Yeah, with only 3, he wouldn't have even gotten 1 from there, so doesn't know if that's what that drop is.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. As predicted, Ninban buys bombs.
I don't think they'll be calling you a witch for that one in chat.
Ah. Well, I don't tend to exert my powers of witchcraft in commentary, but I try to predict a little bit. So yeah, I'd say like nothing special so far when it comes to Kakariko. We're going for the traditional routing. We're going to go check that race game. We're probably going to go either to South Shore or head up to the mountain. But odds are probably South Shore because you want that weapon in case you find the mirror up there and want to go do Tower Hera. But Ninban makes a liar out of me and he goes to the back of Escape.
Yeah, I have resolved from some previous commentaries to not try to predict what Doomtap's going to do. Also, Ninban just made you a liar again. He's going to the back of Escape.
Isn't that what I just said? I'll admit, predicting outcomes for some of these runners, like there's some people who stick to traditions, there's some people who are a little erratic, hard to predict. Ninban finding the small key and the map means that there is an item in the Dark Cross, so he is going to go out there and get it.
Yeah, not necessarily what you want to see in those 3 chests.
No, because then it becomes like, I came all this way and I found 1 item, and now I have to walk all the way to that Dark Cross. Ooh, that's a Moon Pearl.
Yeah, you definitely like seeing that. So now just need the hammer or the other glove to start getting into Dark World.
Mm-hmm. But we get a bee. It's a lovely bee. I shall name it Buzz.
What, not Buzz Buzz?
Well, if he has children, we'll name them Buzz Buzz. Then we'll have Buzz Senior and Buzz Junior. I like that, like, the mini Moldorms drop even more bombs. Like, Doomtap is not in need of bombs ever. Like, he has not needed to buy any. And there's our progressive glove. Bomb
so there's Dark World access. It's not to everywhere in the Dark World, but still nice. Definitely nice to have it before going up to the mountain.
For sure. So again, you'll be able to, just like in Game 1, you'll be able to match that visit up Death Mountain to also visit Dark Death Mountain. Now let's see if they find a mirror around here. Last time Mirror was on Zora Ledge, but they did have the flippers last time, so maybe they won't take that detour if it's not in logic.
Unless they find a big 300 or something in Ice Rod Cave, not going to have Zora money. But could still do Waterfall Cave with a fake flipper.
Mm-hmm. And then also getting his Progressive Glove and the Bombos medallion. Saves and quits. Decides to skip out on Ice Rod Cave. Chilling move.
Save him some time since we know, there's nothing that useful there.
Mm-hmm.
Doomtap gonna get his trash out of the back of the escape.
Mm-hmm. And Ninban got to head up the mountain with so many checks up there. Let's see, there's like 8 in East Death Mountain in Light World. There's another 6 in the Dark World. That's not even counting Spectacle Rock or the Old Man. It makes for a lot of checks. It's worth coming up here. See, I think the Old Man may be seeing wrong. He is being led by a cactus, a living, walking cactus, back to his home. If you lose your lamp in a cave, do not follow cacti. Something's wrong.
Yeah, old guy probably can't tell what he's following anyway.
Blind old man? Blind old man without a lamp.
If you're blind, you don't need a lamp anymore.
That's a good point. Ooh, there's a sword up on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, gonna need a mirror for that.
Yeah. So, definitely gonna be worth the detour later on if you find the mirror, but if they don't find it up here, it might take a while. Unless it's required for, I don't know, a tablet. It might be a nice tempered sword later.
It might be our access to Skull Woods. All 3 other swords might be in Ganon's Tower.
That's true. If you're hiding swords really, really far in the sea, that might be your first. Here we are in Paradox Cave. 7 items. Bottom 2 were not great. Top 5 hopefully will be redeeming. You really want to have Death Mountain to have something if you made the trip all the way here. So junk, a heart container, which could be junk, bottle, and 10 bombs. So nothing in Paradox Cave. I'm questioning the seed now. It's like, is it really going to be these last locations for everything? Because if you're going for all these concentrations and not finding anything, that's not pleasant.
Hey, you've still got another 6 on Dark, Death Mountain, and Spiral Cave.
Here we go with Ninban making the Walk of Bravery. You'd think it was a shame, but no, you are brave to come here without the boots, to trek along this path that spirals down into one single chest.
Yeah, we'll see if we see it.
And we did. We have our Zora money.
Yeah, it's not bad. love Doomtap just killing the Moldorms in there with bombs and still not dropping below 10 for more than a couple seconds at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, this seed has been generous with bombs, that's for sure. Generous with bombs, generous with health. Doomtap taking time to align himself correctly. Gets across. Yeah. And here we go in Super Bunny Cave for Ninban. Doomtap just, like, seconds behind, really. He's gonna go do Spiral Cave, then do the same path that Ninban just did.
Yeah, no, meanwhile, Ninban did do a map check. I believe I saw pendants on Skullwoods and Thievestown, and looks like our tracker saw the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
we also had the 5-6 crystal at Ice Palace.
Green Pendant Thieves is always kind of rude.
It's not so bad. We have Quake on Turtle Rock. So we already have that medallion. We won't be medallion hunting for Turtle Rock. That's already good.
I mean, I'm sure our runners would love for that to be the one they can skip anyway.
Yeah. But sometimes you just don't have a choice. Like, okay, there's the boots. Okay. I was wondering, like, oh my god, they went to Death Mountain and there's nothing. There's nothing. And okay, boots, I'm totally okay with boots. Like, don't give me anything else, but we get boots. Okay, boots in the last locations, but still boots.
There's a lot of checks to basically only get boots, though.
Yeah, it was what, like some 20 checks just to get your boots. But hey, come on, it's boots. It makes everything go fast. Fast is good. And here we go, the traditional King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks. Before Ninban will probably head, if he finds nothing, he'll probably head back to Kakariko and get back into the Dark World. Yeah, so Doomtap similarly rewarded with nothing until boots.
Yeah, Ninban may do the lumberjack check. I think only Doomtap saw that 5 rupees earlier.
Ninban might actually go check lumberjack because he didn't check that at the beginning of the game. And since he has boots now and almost everything required to do Agatower, he would need a sword and a cape. But okay, fine. 2 items away, maybe not. There's the boots for Doomtap. He is pretty happy to see those. It's like, okay, well, there's 1 item. I didn't come here for nothing. Half magic from Sick Kid.
Yeah, that's nice. It's not needed, but you're not going to complain about it.
I mean, it powers up your Cane of Burna. You could go fight blind now. I mean, like, it is a great crystal. I personally would not want to have to go do that. Considering the items they have so far, you might want to do all those little extra checks and maybe take the risk to go into Thieves Town. At least for the first 4 items. There's the big key in the first chest for Skull Woods. Gonna be doing a lovely bomb jump if you don't put them down the hole or throw yourself in the hole, Ninban. Again, this is fine. This is fine. Playing with explosions.
And just walk around and try it on the other side.
Ninban has been having trouble with his bomb jumps. He did have trouble in Tower of Hera, falling a couple of times, getting to the big chest. I'm not exactly sure where you align yourself with Cactuar. I personally refer to Link's hat, and when you don't have a hat, although I've never seen a cactus with a hat. Ooh.
It's rewarded, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bow.
will have to fight for his way out, or else he will be killed by that enemy. Gibdo.
I mean, I don't know the official names of enemies. I just call them mummies.
Mummies or Gibdos. I had to think about it for a second. It's like that enemy.
Oh! That one. Yeah, that one there.
Yeah, so that enemy killed him, but he had his fairy in a bottle, which still kind of sucks. I mean, he doesn't have to release it anymore if he wants to do a death warp, but not the most pleasant experience. And Ninban taking long way out because he just missed the Ceiling Master. Wall Master? Ceiling Master. But Doomtap took another path. He did not go into Skullwood, so he won't be finding that bow rider. He decided, I'm going to go check out the Village of Outcasts first.
I mean, they're both pendants.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well grab these front 4 at least. I doubt we see Doomtap go further than that.
We'll see. Ninban ruling out Bumper Cave because it had a heart piece. And running without a sword sucks. You always bump into enemies. Have to stop, restart. I mean, Ninban does have his half magic, and Burna, he can just dash through if he activates it beforehand. Burna dash. Oh, well, there's our last medallion, so we won't be medallion hunting today.
Yeah, that was becoming pretty unlikely anyways, but definitely not now.
There we go. Doomtap taking his death warp, but does he still have a fairy? Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Oops. So F is for fairy. He probably will be doing this again, and then it'll be F for death warp. There we go. Ninban was checking his bottles just before coming in here, making sure I don't have a second fairy, do I? Because I'm going to be death warping out of here myself.
Nope, just a B.
Which she decides to keep, by the way. Buzz the bee. Oh, goodbye, Buzz. Well, it was nice while we had it. Be free! There we go. Doomtap continuing on. Going to go do the digging game. Might pick up the Smith afterwards. It's kind of smart to pick it up along the way, because otherwise you may find yourself having to go back to the Dark World just to pick him up later on. Like, it's never simple figuring out when to pick him up when you don't have the mirror.
Yeah, without mirror, or at least flute, the chain is kind of blech.
Alright, there's a book for Doomtap. Ninban missing the bombable hut. I'm not sure what I do here. Like, after Hype Cave, what do you do? Do you have any insight for me, Mercer?
I mean, I'm bad at the game, so they shouldn't take my advice. I'd be tempted to clear desert. It's a crystal that's clearable.
It is clearable. You do have a weapon for Doomtap. You have you have the Cane of Burna and bombs, which, yes, you can kill Lanmo with that.
It's not a fun clear.
Not
Maybe that's a
pleasant
bad
at all.
idea.
It's doable.
I'm sure of that. I might do Eastern area. For Ninban, that desert plays more tempting because the bow is much less bad than that.
For sure. Gets his book. We're in the cave formerly known as Hype. Maybe it contains something. Probably doesn't. We have a heart piece. We have a fire rod. Okay, that's a nice weapon.
Yeah.
And another heart container, but mostly junk. But yay, fire rod.
I mean, that actually makes desert more tempting because that's a much better fight.
It's true. We don't have a logical way to get to Palace of Darkness right now. And you'll notice that Ninban did pick up the Smith, but Doomtap did not. So he's free from having to return this little frog. And he is heading over to Desert Palace, as you predicted.
Whereas I specifically did not predict it. I just said that's
fine.
what
You
I
said
would
that's what
probably
you would
do.
Okay, fine. As as one wise runner, Doomtap chose to follow your guidance. 20 minutes in the past. I mean, and we discovered there's nothing on Desert Ledge, but that doesn't mean there's nothing inside Desert itself. Ninban would be picking up Expired. He will probably have to save and quit after this. Unless he decides to go swimming with the splash deletion and Scylla glitches. But no, he saves and quits. He's going to bring back the Smith. He still has the possibility of sequence breaking and trying to get to pod. He could do so by doing the current jump, by doing Ancilla glitches, or by simply walking on water. But it will be for him to determine what he chooses to do as soon as he returns that Smith. Man, a Smith can run fast. I mean, he has these little short legs and he can run as fast as a cactus.
When you put it that way, I would hope so.
Like, I just heard myself and it's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I can run as fast as a cactus. I think.
I would hope you could run faster.
I mean, what is the average velocity of a cactus?
Depends on what your zone of reference is, but for most purposes, 0.
Oh. Dang. Unless it's falling 0. We have a heart piece over on the torch for Doomtap. I think that was the second item in the desert.
Yeah, the other was also a heart piece. So
But Doomtap is still going to finish this dungeon. While he's doing this, he's going to be figuring out what his next move is. We are running low on, like, useful locations to go to. I mean, what's left? There's pretty much just the front of Escape. There's Eastern, Sahasrara. That's pretty much it. We're going back to, like, Circle 0 checks.
Did he actually check Agina yet? I don't remember.
Runners tend to do it after doing Desert, so we'll be seeing that after we finish Landless. Same thing for Ninban. I mean, like, these choices aren't that great. I mean,
Eastern area is 6 items.
But Eastern's a pendant. I mean, I know you have the bow, but...
Well, Ninban has the bow. Doomtap does not.
Yeah, Doomtap does not have the bow. But he might be hoping, like, hey, I really hope Gina has a sword. I'll be able to finish Skull Woods, which is another pendant, so why would I do that? Wow! Really awful choices right now. I mean, you could go to the back of Thieves Town. There might still be items back there that can be useful. But there's no location that you want to go to or can complete that you want to. Yeah. So, very nice kill for Doomtap. Gets his first crystal. GG's to him. Let's keep going. 5 more. Just reminder to chat, this is a 6-6 seed. So you only require 6 crystals to beat the game.
I'm interested to see just where Doomtap goes after Agina.
Why 2 6s? Because you require 6 crystals to enter Ganon's Tower and 6 crystals to defeat Ganon.
And Doomtap gets what he truly needed out of Agina: bombs.
I mean, you just used one. You need to fill it back up. I mean, come on. We need to stay at that 10 level of bombs. Trust me. It's important. Alright, Doomtap going over to the eastern area. He will be able to go to get the 3 items behind Sahasrara. Hopefully that's progression. Otherwise, he will be forced to enter Eastern Palace. Because if you're already out here, you may as well go all the way.
Yeah, though he will not have necessarily all the items out of Eastern after this does not have a bow. If those were some interesting items, the flippers do a little for us. I believe that brings Ice Palace into definitely clearable by them, probably full clearable by logic. If there's a small key on Cold Stare, it's technically...
Well, hammer.
Oh, right. I don't know why I did...
That's okay. You don't think of the hammer for Ice Palace usually. It's like, you only need it at the end or like... for like checking
I'm just
like the right side. It's like at the beginning, like all you need is a fire source and a way to enter. But no, you kind of need something to like smash those like weird bouncing Doug trios.
Yeah, of course. No, now that I've said that, the hammer will end up being in there.
Oh, really? Do not curse our runners. They're already suffering as it is. Like, look at all of these checks they have to do, and there's barely any progression. They still don't have a nice valid weapon here. Doomtap is entering Eastern without a bow. If there's an item on the boss, this could be very bad.
Yeah, if it's something important, that's going to put Ninban way ahead, because it will be a while before Doomtap would make it back here after getting the bow.
What was in the first chest of Eastern? I kind of missed that.
I think it was the map.
Oh, so, and since we have the big key here, like odds are there's going to be an item on the boss. I mean, 3 out of 4 chance.
Yep.
Ninban's gonna go bring over that mushroom. So he did do a fake flipper. First item is a heart piece. Ouch. Did do a fake flipper to go bring that mushroom all the way over to the witch.
Yeah, but if you're rooting for Doomtap, what you really don't want to see here is the compass. Oh, well.
You just had to say that, right?
Save puts out.
Oh. Maybe he doesn't want to risk it without the bow. I mean, he does have a lamp. This is the next check would be in logic.
Don't quite follow leaving at that point, but heading towards escape, it looks like.
Not entirely sure. I missed what the witch had though. Ninban also going to the escape. Wow. Okay.
And Ninban will need to get over to the eastern area at some point for those flippers, probably.
Yeah, and it looks like that Ninban did do a soft reset, so that means he still has the mushroom in his inventory. Nothing good at the witch. He is keeping it in the event that he finds the Cane of Samaria, so he will be able to do the fake powder. One of those many glitches in this game that these advanced runners pretty much know all of them.
Doomtap not doing...
Leaving. So he just went for the uncle in the chest item and he left. There's still 3 items at the front of escape. He might be telling himself, I want to go follow those flippers instead.
Yeah, it looks like these are flipper checks.
Doomtap, like odd movements, but they all make sense. Like, he probably only checked the first 2 because it's a classic opener in these seeds to start from Link's house, you go do the uncle in that chest. So to not fall behind, Doomtap only did those 2 checks instead of going all the way inside the dungeon.
Well, he's missed out on the bloomerang so far.
I mean,
vanilla bottle.
Look, another bee! Yay! I'm happy. And that's our 4th bottle. So yeah, bloomerang in front of escape. That's semi-vanilla, right?
It's close enough that I'll count it. Sure. More bombs. So far, Doomtap not hurt by this skip. One more item here. We know the map and key are elsewhere.
I just remember what you call it in the English commentaries. You call it French vanilla, which is very suitable for Ninban, our French Canadian. new checks, waterfall fairy, which led to nothing. Wow. And Ninban finding also nothing in the front of escape. Wow,
Not gonna hurt Doomtap to not do that.
Nope, that's totally true. I mean, the Bloomerang does have its conveniences sometimes. Nothing on Zora Ledge. Whew. I mean, where do you go with this? I mean, your talk earlier about Ice Palace is starting to feel more and more viable.
There's still 2 items in the Eastern we haven't seen.
That is true. And Ninban does have the power to complete it. We know there's an item on the boss, and there's also a second item in the big key chest. Now, so what else do we have? We have the back of Skull Woods for 1 item. We have...
I mean, you can only see 1 check there. I don't remember if we saw anything other than the bow in the front of Skull Woods.
Ninban saves and quits. He's gonna go follow those flippers, I bet. But will he follow them to go to, like, Pod? Because that'll be in logic. Flippers does put Pod in logic. Catfish, Pyramid Ledge, all that stuff. And I think that is where he's headed.
Now, Doomtap will be doing this without the bow still for Pod, but can sequence break that, has a blue potion.
Well, before he would head there, Doomtap skipped C-shaped heads? Oh. But yeah, before he would head over to Pod, he would most likely go into Skull Woods, and there he would find the bow, right?
I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, well, he's heading north. If he turns right, then he's going to Pod. If he goes north, then yeah, he will be finding his bow very soon.
Yeah, the problem is he can't clear Skull Woods even with that fire rod without a sword. You need to break down the curtains.
I mean, Ninban is going back into Thieves Town. He does not have a hammer. He will not be able to check the big chest. And he has a small key.
The front had the small key. I don't remember how many other items it had.
Well, once he opens up his menu, we'll find out. And we'll find out once he probably gets to the top of the stairs when he switches to bombs. Ouch. Getting hit hard over in the hallway. Come on, Ninban, switch to bombs. I'm just looking at your screen here. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Okay, so there are 2 items in the front of Thieves Town. Confirmed. I guess high odds then that the map and compass could be in the... Okay, so 1 odd that it could be in the big chest. 2 items available left. Only have access to 2 out of the 3 locations. And that does mean that Ninban will be fighting blind with the Cane of Burna. At least he has half magic.
It's a trivial fight. You turn on the Cane of Burna with half magic and just stand there.
That is pretty much all you have to do. Especially with the half magic, you really don't ever need to turn it off.
Yeah, without half magic, you have to actually, watch your magic. With
turn it off between each phase. It's not too hard to do. It's just like you have to remember, turn it off. Ninban gonna go rescue that maiden. Gets 10 arrows at the same time. 50-50 chance that Blind has an item. I mean, Ninban's low on hearts, but it really doesn't matter because he's about to use Cane of Burna.
As long as he gets to the end of the dungeon, okay, yeah.
I mean, the most an enemy can hit is 2 hearts of damage and his 2.5. He'll be fine. He's fine. Right?
Probably.
He doesn't even pick up that 1 heart next to the boss area. And there goes Doomtap off to Pod! Or, well, probably Catfish and all that stuff. So, here are your instructions. Turn on Cane of Burna. Run around. Turn it off if you want to conserve magic. Turn it back on when you want to kill the enemy. Really not too hard of a fight.
No, this was my favorite way of doing blind when I was new to Rando.
Really?
I'm not great at this game.
And nothing useful. We get the item off of blind, but it is nothing useful. We do get the green pendant, so Ninban will have one extra check he can do if he finds the mirror on his way to pod, or if he just goes straight to Sahasrara. We might see him pick up the purple chest. No. He's off to the same area as Doomtap is in. So, if you really think about it, our runners are really, like almost neck and neck here, because think about it. Like, okay, Ninban finished these down, but they're both on their way to pod. They have the same exact item set, except for that blue boomerang, please. But yeah, this is it. Did Doomtap skip Catfish and Pyramid? Yeah, eh? Huh. Did not skip Pyramid. He checked Pyramid. Alright, thank you, chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but I do think he skipped Catfish. So.
Yeah, probably. Catfish is pretty long.
Doomtap takes the Death Warp for the health refill and the slightly quicker trip back.
Yeah, and thankfully does not have a fairy this time. Come on. Oh, I guess Ninban missed his first rock for Catfish.
I have no idea.
I have no idea what's going on, but I imagine pure moves bombs. Oh my! He missed both his rock and his bush. So he had to leave the screen, come back.
I mean,
that sucks a little, but that's okay. There's a fish. He gives you an item because you bonked his head with a rock. So for Doomtap, Doomtap is in pod. I think that's quite clear to all of us. And he has found powder, according to the tracker. And to everyone in chat. Well, I was obsessed by a fish. Okay, fine. I like animals. Bees and fish, all that stuff. So, unfortunately, even if you do have the powder, it does not put the magic bat in logic because you have neither the mirror or the hammer.
no, but it's kind of nice.
Doomtap doing another death warp to get back at the beginning of the dungeon because it does not have the hammer to progress. Ninban gonna be disappointed by bombs.
It's been a disappointing kind of seed so far in a lot of ways.
Like Ninban's just so close to some of these enemies, like it's scary because anyone like bumping into any enemy here will kill him. And that is a long trek back. Gotta be careful. Like, he does not have a very good weapon. Like, he has the hookshot, which he's been using very effectively to stun enemies. That scared me. That Ropa scared me.
I'm not sure what you have against the Cane of Burna.
I mean, it's a weapon, but it's not effective, and it uses up your magic. There we go. Doomtap getting to the bottom in the U-shaped room for pod. Has 3 small keys. Probably will be spending one to go to the Harmless Hallway. To get a heart. My goodness. We are 40-something minutes in. No sword. No hammer. Still missing. Oh my goodness. Like, if you look at all these dungeons that are available, I mean, you're like one item away from finishing like almost every single one of them. If not more. There's an item on the boss.
Yep, but no hammer to kill it.
We went all this way to Pod to find nothing. It feels like Death Mountain all over again, but at least you have boots. So Doomtap gonna head over and do the front of escape this time.
Yep, and we know this is just going to be a wasted, 2 minutes or so.
All right, let's think about this. What's left? What is realistically left?
Two items in Eastern and some unknown number in Ice.
Yeah, Ice. We've got the green pendant. We've got one item you have access to in the back of Skull Woods. None of this is pleasant. None of this is pleasant.
I don't know. I enjoy it thoroughly as somebody watching and not playing.
Oh, for sure. I am glad I'm not playing this scene myself. Yeah, Ninban taking a death warp. Back to the beginning. I mean, Ninban hasn't done the flipper checks, so he might do that afterwards. Doomtap. Doomtap has got to be torn between Ice Palace, an uncompletable Ice Palace, and, like, Skullwood's Thieves Town.
Well, Skullwoods, it's just 50-50 at the one item under in the front chest and back of Skullwoods, because you can't do Moth.
I mean, there's one item in Skullwoods. There's two items in Thieves Town. There is between 1 and, I want to say 3 in Ice Palace, because you can't finish it. And you have access to only a few chests.
Don't know the logic of Ice well enough to say how many you can get without the hammer.
I know how many you can get without the hammer, but I'm trying to remember key logic, how many items there would be in total from those checks.
Right, that's what I mean. I know which chests you can get. I just don't know how many of them could have items.
Yeah. What overworld checks are left? Green pendant?
Yeah, the green pendant turn in. Doomtap gonna check the mushroom.
Yep.
Having the magic powder won't be doing a soft reset, presumably.
Probably. He will just do a regular 7 quit. Might pick up some potions while he's here. I mean, it's not a bad plan. I mean, if you're here.
900.
I can buy you a couple of potions. You can fill all your bottles with blue and you'll still be fine. Buys
one.
That's
one
fine.
Is plenty for I think I already had one as well, I believe. So
personally, I like 2, but yeah, I don't know what his other bottles contain. So
they picked up a free blue potion somewhere. The other bottles were 2 Bs.
Oh, okay, well that's good. And then preparing his death warp. I think that, or he's getting bullied. I'm gonna say he's preparing his death warp. All right, Doomtap going back to the Dark World.
I need to prepare a Doom or a Death Warp because he's quitting out. So
yep. I mean, if it was a hammer, he could stay. But yeah, Ninban's gonna go do flipper checks, I bet. Yeah. Well, Doomtap is heading to Thieves Town, potentially the Smith. No, it's Thieves Town. All right. So again, we've seen what is in Thieves Town. There are 2 bundles of 10 arrows, but there is the green pendant which we haven't seen the reward for yet. And Ninban is going off to collect 2 sets of red rupees over in the Waterfall Ferry, and going to be disappointed with Sora.
Yeah, the green pendant turn-in might draw Doomtap back over to Eastern to potentially finish that out.
I mean, it is a good incentivizer for doing Thieves Town. I mean, 2 items in here. Okay, you might not be able to get 1, but at least you'll get the green pendant, which is an extra item. Versus Ice Palace, Skullwoods.
There's not really any, like, standout options for something I would want to do.
Yeah, it's the best of the worst choices. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to have a mirror just to go get that sword? Sword which is on Spectacle Rock for people who are just joining us.
It's the only one we've seen hide or hair of so far.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ninban, having done flipper checks, where are you headed next? He's headed to... I don't know. Eastern? Oh my goodness, he is heading to Ice Palace.
Okay.
I like this. I like this. It is daring. Oh no, he's going to do Hobo. Dang it. I was hoping here. I was hoping. I mean, he does have the blue potion now. I thought he was going to use it to refill his magic to go into Ice Palace, but...
I believe with half magic he has enough to use Bombos anyway. I'm not totally sure.
Bombos or Fire Rod needs to be fine.
Alright, he's got Fire Rod. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Trying to get a fairy on Doomtap's side. Gonna use the camp burner just to get...
Okay. So yeah, Doomtap using his powder effectively to turn an anti-fairy into a fairy.
Chad is reminding me that you actually can't use Bombos anyway because
oh yeah,
sword.
you don't have a sword, yeah. But yeah, Ninban going to Ice Rod Cave, which he skipped at the beginning of the game.
That's right. I believe it has a full heart container explaining the health difference between our two runners.
That would be it. There's Doomtap, also using Gatorburner on Blind, his only weapon that is effective against him.
Yeah, you don't tend to see this that often outside of an inverted.
That is true. You know, most often see Blind defeated by a sword. If you're lucky, it's Kano Samaria. If you're very lucky, Hammer. Hammer Blind is always fun. There's our hurt for Ninban. Ninban going back into the water. Okay, now he's going to Ice Palace. Come on! Go to Ice Palace! And Doomtap gonna go pick up the blacksmith. So, we know the blacksmith hides nothing because Ninban has done the first step in that sequence. But he has not done the purple chest. Here we go. Ninban, Ice Palace. Let's do this!
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna laugh if it does end up having the hammer.
I mean, a lot of players, if they're stuck in this situation with just a bunch of bad checks left to do, they might only go for the first chest. Daring adventurers would keep going and try and find out if there's anything else. We'll see what Ninban chooses to do. Doomtap heading over to Catfish, looks like. Oh,
it's
and
a
there's
flute.
a flute. A flute which unlocks the mire area, but not Misery Mire itself, because once again, no sword, ladies and gentlemen. So that flute opens up 2 locations for Ninban. So what will he do? I understand the save and quit. I mean, coming back into ice, just getting to that area, that it'll be pretty quick. I would rather check those two chests over in the mire shed myself.
Yeah, most decidedly.
See, Doomtap was really kind bringing the blacksmith all the way to Catfish. I mean, he got to swim with his little froggy feet one last time before having to go back to work and temper some arrows. Yeah, it was arrows. So I guess he's not a bowsmith. He's a Fletcher. He's not even a blacksmith. He's a Fletcher.
Hey, that was an honored profession about 800 years ago.
It was. Hey, arrows were one of the most effective war weapons ever. I mean, well, with their bows. Ninban activated the flute and going to the Dark World. Gonna go pick up that purple chest. Why not? He has the flute now. It'll be an easy check at the same time. Why not? So yeah. What is Doomtap going to do now? starting from Link's house. This is good sign. If he goes to Ice Palace, which he will.
Yes.
It's hard to
Could have been
confirm because you
Eastern
could have
area.
gone to Eastern. But no, he is heading to Ice Palace. See, once again, because our runners are forced to these last locations, they are matching up pretty much. Like, sometimes Ninban is a little ahead, sometimes Doomtap is a little ahead. But really, they're all pretty much in the same level. Like, Ninban just has that flute extra, which Doomtap will find very soon. Doomtap could continue on in Ice Palace, however.
And a
Purple
mail
chest hiding-
upgraded.
Yeah, which upgrades the Cactuar's needles? Yeah, it's a little blue.
Yeah, I would say it is. That's the smallest indicator I've seen on any sprite.
Here we go. Misery Mire. Shed. Let's do this. Come on, come on! You gotta be hiding these secrets.
I
What
want the
are you
mirror
hiding
here.
A shield. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. And arrows. This
That
is
appears
not
to
where you're meant
be-
to be. And
No.
Ninban, save and quits. Because he
Yeah.
cannot open Misery Mire. Doomtap continues on in Ice Palace. No, he does not. Gonna go activate that flute. Probably gonna do the same thing that Ninban did. Wow. So where does Ninban go now?
I have no idea. Looks
Well,
like he's
gonna
going
go
to buy some potions.
refill his magic. All to go to Ice Palace? It makes the
Again?
most sense. That's the only reason I can see for going to refill your potions. Doomtap offering us a preview of the song he's going to sing to a statue of a... I want to say a duck. I don't know what kind of bird that is.
I think it's a duck.
I think it's a duck. But it's just got this weird beak. It's just like pointing down. Like, look at it. Look at it. Also, ducks fly, right? Yeah, ducks fly. All right, Ninban. In Ice Palace, take 2. Armed with a shield this time. Yet still no sword or hammer.
Given both runners ditched out. Also, I'm not crazy, right? They haven't turned in the green pendant yet.
They have not turned in the green pendant. They
aggressive.
could have. Like, now that they have the flute activated, they could have done it as a quick check. It's not too far visiting Sasrala. But, yeah, they could have done that first. Wow. Alright, so Ninban's gonna be in ice for a while before he gets to open his second chest. Man, his second chest is gonna be the freezer room. So it's gonna be
Let's see
a while.
what Doomtap does. This is, again, could be either way.
Is Doomtap... What is Doomtap gonna do? Doomtap's gonna go turn in the green pendant.
There's real divergence.
He might continue on to Eastern Palace again.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if the
Oh,
hammer's in the vanilla big key chest that Doomtap just bailed on earlier.
It would be awful. That would be awful. I hope it happens. Oh, bombs behind the green pendant in Thieves Town. Not helping at all. This is bad. Ninban cleverly not doing the Ice Palace bomb jump. If you're not gonna finish Ice Palace, don't do the Ice Palace bomb jump. It will make your routing longer. Because he wants to go to the Ice Tea room.
Yeah. Of course, if he finds the hammer here, he will be finishing it, but, you know.
It will be the long way, though, because he does not have the Cane of Samaria. Where are you headed, Ninban? Where you going? Where you going? Freezer room. And Doomtap is back in Eastern Palace. Take 2. He can finish it this time. The first time he came, he did not have a bow.
Yeah, but there is a chest he skipped that he had access to,
I
within logic
don't
even.
know why he skipped it. Like, it wasn't logic. So yeah, he might go do that. Let's hope he remembers that he left it. He probably does remember, right? Right?
He would have to. It was a pretty intentional decision.
Hmm. Yeah, there he goes. Okay.
Yeah.
And for Ice Tea Room, it hides a small key. That is the second small key that Ninban has found. Oh no, that's just the first small key found. The other one was under pot. Sorry about that. There's only one chest left he can open. That's it. As Doomtap will be discovering also a new location. What do we have? Doomtap gets arrows. Oh.
So no major setback from his earlier decision.
Oh
my God.
Oh my god! Ninban finds the hammer! Wow! Okay! He can finish Ice Palace! Yeah, he went the long way.
Can he finish it if there's a small key on Gold Stair without going back up?
Oh. Well, he has 2 keys right now. He should be fine. He's gonna use one to go through 2. Oh yeah, you're right. If there's a small key on Gold Stair, he could take as soon as he's done in this area and he goes back through that that cross with that weird yellow spiky thing.
Hey, a sword.
This is nice. This is a nice Ice Palace. Oh yeah, if he goes back to that cross where there's a yellow spiky thing and he goes back up, he could go back and do the hammer jump. But yeah, right now, unless the big chest has a small key, he won't be able to finish the dungeon. So we'll see. If he does go down to the big chest, what will he do afterwards?
Wow, okay.
Oh my God! And on Armos Knights, there is Samaria! Ninban, no!
Yeah, this isn't gonna work, I'm pretty sure.
Unfortunately, this will not work for Ninban because he did not do the hammer jump. Oh,
just realized it.
Where's he gonna go though?
Well,
he's gonna probably try the big chest first.
That's the only option, right?
Yeah, it is. Otherwise, he has to go back up and do the.
This will be a time save for Doomtap eventually.
There we go.
Okay, gets bailed out.
Yeah, it's still like. But what is Doomtap gonna do?
That's an excellent question.
He's still like the King of Samaria doesn't unlock anything.
No.
So
need the hammer to get the Turtle Rock to start looking for that ice rod or whatever.
Is he gonna go? Oh, he's gonna go do the purple chest.
No, he'll get a mail upgrade.
Yep. Now, what's good for Doomtap is that he will not have a choice. He has to go to Ice Palace because Ice Palace is what's gonna unblock him. So there's that, and he already has the Cane of Samaria. Whereas Ninban, why would he go to Eastern now? Everything's been unlocked.
Yeah, with the 6/6 and all,
he'll be able to complete many of the other dungeons.
Yeah, and can go into Mire looking for it.
Yeah, finish Mire. He can finish Pod.
We can't finish Mire. He could finish without the cane.
Oh yeah, you're right. He can go enter Mire. He can finish Pod. He can finish the Tower Hera. He can do stuff like Spike Cave. He can do, I don't know, Hammer Pegs.
Yeah, Tower of Hera, Big Red Bomb. Like, there's a lot of places you can look for that before Eastern.
Absolutely. So yeah, it does look like Doomtap's in a slightly better shape because of the order in which they did things, but it's not over yet. Not for a hookshot.
Yeah, it looks like Doomtap is heading towards ice, though, so that is what Doomtap needs to do.
And here goes Ninban, gonna go fight that cold stare.
What a seed!
It's pretty awful. It's so awful.
Also, this is the fight where that half magic is gonna really shine.
You think that, but he's using the hammer.
Hey, you know. Better man than me.
Yeah. Oh god. Don't... Man, you're so close to these bosses. Please be careful. Doomtap. Now here's the question: is Doomtap gonna do the Ice Palace bomb jump or not?
Well, it has Kane, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. He does have Kane. It won't matter. Okay, fine. You're right.
It's a little bit of time, I guess. But
That saved a lot of time. It means not having to go around in that dungeon, going through many rooms. Saves a lot of time. There we go. Cold Stare is dead for Ninban. He gets his second crystal. Doomtap setting up his multiple bombs. I mean, they have come in handy now, having so many. And that's off to finish Pod. One item left on the boss. I mean, there's no way, unless Helmasaur drops the mirror, he will not be entering Eastern. No chance.
I mean, even if Helmasaur drops the mirror, that unlocks Swamp.
It's true. And Doomtap just hovers. Doesn't need to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. He's fine.
Yeah, so the answer to your question of whether he would do the bomb jump is no, but it will not cost him time.
You are correct. I did forget that he does hover. Ninban rushing in. One thing left to do in Pod. Just gonna go for that boss. Oh. You know what we've hit, Mercer?
No.
We've hit past the 1 hour mark. And you know what time that means? It means it's time to advertise about our runners. If you like what they have been doing so far, I would suggest you go and give them a follow. They are our top 4 in the Link to the Past Randomizer Fall Tournament. Oh, wait, not Fall. Tournament 2019. I suggest you go give them a follow. They are excellent. You should go follow them. And if you like our commentary, especially Mercer's, I suggest you go follow Mercer's channel as well. And if you like trackers, because they are unsung heroes, go follow Reg. Also, he's a great commentator too. So Reg, just follow Reg.
I admire Doomtap's hesitation there on getting the hammer. I imagine some words are said that we will not repeat.
I like to think they are in Hylian, or that they just weren't spoken because, you know, Link's mute. At least I think he's mute. I mean,
Judging by Zelda 64, he is not.
Really?
Ocarina of Time, he makes all sorts of grunts and yas and that kind of thing.
Which makes you think. Actually, can mute people grunt? I don't know how mutism works, but doesn't matter. Ninban is on Helmasaur. Yeah. And bits and pieces of the mask are falling. We can tell. It's just frame by frame. And there's lots of fireballs and tails.
Worth mentioning at this point, Doomtap is either Mirror or Ice Rod from being able to get into GT at least. The Mirror is actually Go mode because it will enable him to get the Master Sword on Spectacle Rock.
Yep. And but Ice Rod, let's see. Yeah, you're right, eh? Because if he gets the Ice Rod, he can get his 6 crystals. If he gets the Mirror, he can get his 6 crystals and get a sword. But no matter what, the Cadence Mana is required, and Ninban will need to get it. It is on the Armos Nights.
Yeah, Ninban briefly goes up 3 crystals to 1 as Doomtap heads into Cold Stare, but that is a deceptive advantage.
Mm-hmm. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. And children of all ages and any other denomination.
Okay, we got some nice splash damage after getting the puffs up into the corner.
Mm-hmm. Slightly cleaner fight on his behalf versus Ninban's with a hammer. And Ninban's off to Tower of Hera. I mean, I somehow doubt he's going to do Turtle Rock. I mean, he could do Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod and by hovering everything. Technically. But that's quite a feat, and I'm not sure Ninban is up for that. I'm not sure anybody's really up for that. Unless your name starts with an A and ends with an ND.
Interesting. Is this swamp?
It can't be swamp. It doesn't have the mirror. Where is he
Oh,
going?
right. I'm forgetting what items people have.
It's not... Wait. It's not the red crystals.
Oh, pod, right?
I guess so, but... Oh.
It's like a odd way to
No, he already did catfish. Yeah, it is an odd way to go to pod because he fluted. He could have fluted all the way to 5.
Yeah. I was just kind of thrown there that I'd forgotten.
Ninban finds the big key. Will he be doing the
nice clip
He does it. Good job. No problems there. Now let's just hope he doesn't have trouble with the Hera bomb jump. Right, he doesn't need to do it. He has the boots and the hookshot. I was worried for a second. He did have a few missed tries. Ooh, nothing good so far.
Yeah, but there is still a crystal up here. Ninban goes into the Mulderm fight with the hammer. This fight cannot possibly go wrong for him.
No, not
the runner
not
of this
again.
caliber would
Not
never
again.
have issues.
There we go. 3 hits with the hammer takes down Mulderm. Doomtap on his way over to go kill Helmasaur. So there is Ninban's 4th crystal. But it's still not enough. He still does not have the required items to complete 2 more. Because reminder again, this is a 6/6 seed. You only need 6 crystals to beat the game.
Yep, and gonna be stopped. There's an item in the basement, does it, I think?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But, he's gonna go do Spike Cave. No item in Hera basement, thank you.
Yeah,
Cash
he was
cage, yeah, okay.
checking. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. See, that's Reg over in the chat. Super cool. He tracks stuff for us.
Trackers are the real MVPs of the team by a lot.
There's the ice rod for Ninban.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And it's just in one of those locations. It's Spike Cave. Nobody goes to Spike Cave. So Doomtap is
yeah, so that's kind of awkward.
Yeah. Because odds are, I mean, Doomtap's probably going to go do Meyer next, because that's a crystal he can complete. Ninban's going to go do something. Oh, he got his 2nd red crystal. He's going to go do Pyramid Fairy. If he finds the mirror, he still won't be in go mode.
No, Kanosmari is hard required for
Really?
this
Yeah,
seed.
hard. There we go. 4 crystals to 3, but Doomtap does have an edge.
Yeah, that ice rod gives Ninban one of his on.
Oh yeah, but it is Hera, and with the Hera pot clip, if you go mode Hera, it's really quick.
Yeah, we'll see if Doomtap does that cave on the way out.
Well, he's not going to Hera.
Okay.
He is going to Mire. Which I completely understand. It is 100% completable. There's 2 items in there.
Yeah, there's some world where you get to route Hera in with GT.
Yep. And Pyramid Fairy hides nothing of value. And Doomtap has to kill this bird, otherwise he will be hit. Because Quake does not kill birds. Because I've never seen an earthquake affect flying things. Oh, please don't give me a physics lesson, it actually does. Oh god, that would be bad.
Well, debris is the most dangerous part of an earthquake, and that could hit something that's flying low enough.
Okay. Wait, when did Doomtap do Terra Hera? He did Pod. Sorry, it's just a misclick on the tracker, that's all it is.
Yep. So, if Doomtap finds the mirror in here, that's going to be the best thing for him. Other than that...
Is it, though?
Given that it would put him in go mode immediately, yeah.
I mean, he's going to go to Mire himself now. Probably. He's got Mire and Eastern. He can finish Skull Woods. What's he gonna do?
Well, I said for Doomtap, not for Ninban.
It does seem Ninban. He's equipping the hammer.
Hammer pegs.
Yeah. You're right.
Even has a sword to be able to actually item dash it.
Doomtap gets his big key. It's like both of our runners are very good, but we're down to our last checks, and it's like, do you go left or right? It's really that type of checks here that are left. It's whoever's gonna get that lucky guess, maybe. And no, we are not in Noma. We do not know where the mirror is. Yeah.
Well, so we're sort of in no mode, I believe. Because the Ice Rod will let Doomtap get 6 crystals, but needs a sword from there.
Yes, and there is a sword on Spectacle Rock, which is the only known sword. I mean, he could definitely stumble on another one.
In GT.
Ninban's gonna take a hit here. Oof! Ah! Oh god, 3 times!
Well, they're not damaging for these, but yes.
Arrgh! Okay, yeah, it only counts for 1, but he still gets hit.
Did get the spooky. Took a couple shots.
Yeah. Don't ask me to explain the science of spooky. I have no idea. It's very spooky indeed. You go, Doomtap gonna confront Vitreous with partly with a fighter sword spins, partly with a bow. He will probably want to conserve 8 arrows for the final eyeball.
Yeah, it does have 2 blue potions still, so can just keep doing this dive into the muck.
And if you're wondering why isn't he just pulling out his Cane of Burnout? Well, unfortunately, when you have the Cane Burnout, you cannot do spins. So there's that. And since the Fire Sword does no damage when you slash, he had to resort to like taking a little bit of damage from the muck.
And the Can Burnout does Fighter Sword slash damage itself.
Yeah, so that's why it doesn't even affect those eyeballs either. So, answer's not in Mire.
Yeah, but you're going to get that crystal anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about where does he go now?
Well, he's probably gonna go do Tower Hera. It's a completable dungeon. I mean, he's at 4 crystals already. If he can pair Tower Hera and like Turtle Rock, for example, that'd be great. I mean, he can enter Turtle Rock thinking maybe that's where my Ice Rod is.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little... That's kind of what I meant more than anything else is, does he go from Tower of Hera straight over to Turtle Rock? And I think the answer might be yes.
We'll have to tune in and find out. Yeah, we don't know. We'll find out together, all of us. Commentators, trackers, and viewers. Encouraging our runners. So yeah, these are all locations we've seen. Doomtap entering Tower Hera. Oh, gonna go check the ether tablet.
I'll let this have another sword. Nah.
Make things go triple boom. So a bunch of bombs. And Ben's turn to pick up the big key. Probably gonna go around and check the big chest and that little small chest next to it. Here's the item I missed on Ninban's first trip. Okay, it is 20 rupees. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Are all our swords gonna end up being in GT? Oh my goodness, what?
Oh dear.
Ninban found the mirror.
Well, that makes things interesting because Doomtap's not getting that.
Yeah, but Doomtap doesn't need that?
No,
Maybe.
maybe. Technically, it's actually possible that all 3 of our swords are mirror locked.
That is true. I mean, think of mirror locations that are left. We have Mimic Cave, we have Cave 45, we have Checkerboard, we have Graveyard Ledge. Any of these could contain further swords. What? Now, this is not the end of the world, chat. Doomtap is not forcibly required to get the mirror. He just needs to get 6 crystals, and if he foregoes Swamp Palace and finds the Ice Rod, which is in Spike Cave, he can complete Turtle Rock. But yeah, Ninban's heading to Swamp.
Well, yeah, of course he is. Like,
Of course he is. It's a completable dungeon. I totally get it. We know that the Cane of Samaria, which is his go mode, is the Cane of Samaria, is on Armos. So yeah, Ninban could not complete Mire without Samaria.
Yeah,
and yes, Doomtap did skip the mirror.
The thing is, this means that Ninban will not be using that Ice Rod today.
That is also true. That is also very true. As soon as he gets the Cane of Samaria, he will not be doing Turtle Rock, which is a very long dungeon, and he'll just be go-moding. He'll just be going straight to the boss. And you called it for Doomtap.
It makes all the sense in the world. You have to save quit. You are, stuck with Spike Cave. You have to save quit out and climb up. But you can do Spike Cave after Turtle Rock.
Very true. I mean, he can just flute away. Oh no, he doesn't have the mirror. Ninban has the mirror. Wow.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get all the way to the end of Turtle Rock, find nothing.
Yeah, he's
maybe swords. Maybe swords.
Swords would be nice. There's
Actually,
2 more we
swords
don't
would be
know
great.
about.
Because then he wouldn't need the mirror at all to get that sword on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, but he has to make it to Spike Cave.
Yes. That or return into Mire to get that mirror. Ooh. None of these choices are pleasant.
So like I said, he has to get the Spike Cave.
See, you'd think this seed would have been shorter because you only need 6 crystals, right?
No, I've seen the rest of this tournament, and I know how fast Ganon in 6-6 goes.
Oh yeah, it's oftentimes longer for some reason. And I don't know why. But yeah, Ninban in his previous seed, finished 4 minutes ago.
Chad is asking who's ahead. The answer to that question is I have no idea.
There is nobody ahead right now. Doomtap needs to get either the Ice Rod in Spike Cave or the Mirror in Misery Mire. Or... okay, let's say this. Let's say that Doomtap leaves Turtle Rock after Laser Bridge, heads to Mire, gets the Mirror. Do you A, go straight to the boss of Turtle Rock, or B, go mode Swamp?
Go Moaning Swamp's quicker at that point.
I actually wonder, because it's really just straight up boss for Turtle Rock then. You don't kill any of these enemies, you already got all these doors open. I don't know.
I'm like 90% sure it's Go Moaning Swamp.
But yeah, that's only in that very odd circumstance. Ninban found a sword upgrade.
Well, that's bad for Doomtap, because that does mean
that is mirror lock. Yeah.
Yes, there's one sword outstanding. If that one's mirror locked, then Doomtap has to make it back to Mire.
Yeah. Then Doomtap will be tapping out. Oh. Wow. It's evil. It's evil. I blame Sahasrabot for this. No, Sahasrabot's great. Synec's great. Sahasrabot, please generate good seeds for me in the future.
Don't ask for that. It goes badly.
No. So here we go. Argus. With the Master Sword.
Yep, going with slashes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there eventually.
Oh, yeah. Taking his time. So yeah, Doomtap gonna take the long way out. Will not be able to check Mimic Cave. He does not have the mirror out of Misery Mire. Ninban, careful. Please. Please. Yeah, just stick to spins. There we go. Takes down Argus with great might, with a spin of his Master Sword, and gets his 5th crystal, but is no closer to being able to finish because he still needs a scenario. Oh man, where does he go? Does he do Skull Woods or does he do Eastern Palace? Does he do mirror checks? Probably mirror checks. I mean, you can check Bombo's tablet, K45.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like at least the immediate mirror checks.
Yeah.
And then you could do Skullwoods with Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah. It's odd to pair Skull Woods with Graveyard Ledge. They're still pretty far apart.
It's as close as anything is to Graveyard Ledge at this point.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Now, the one thing we're hoping right now for Doomtap is that he finds a sword on Laser Bridge, in which case he will not need the mirror. Of course, there's still one last sword out there, and so long as it's not mirror locked, he won't need the mirror. There's a shovel.
Well, that could be a sword.
I mean, if you're that kind of knight, sure. I think this is the wrong game, though. Single arrow in K45. There's silvers. Arrows. Okay, that does help.
Yeah, it's not gonna... You're not getting to the point where you need silvers on a fighter sword fight.
No. Oh! Look where Ninban's going! Ninban is heading to Eastern Palace. I'm very happy.
Yes, that is going to be very good for him.
And Doomtap's gonna check that shovel. Ryan gets excited. Yes, I'm sorry. I do get excited when it's like this much into the race. Oh my god, Ninban finally checked his green pennant. That's true. I forgot he still hadn't turned it in.
Remember, he double dipped Hammerless Ice Palace before turning that in or heading into Eastern at all.
Okay, come on. Doomtap, where are you going? Where are you going? Pink Bomb. Okay, he's gonna go do Pyramid Fairy. Ninban. Oh my god. Ninban's gonna get his Samaria and be in Go mode.
Yes, and be on Tempered Sword if he wants to be.
He definitely will be. Because he doesn't have silvers, and he will never be getting silvers, he's definitely picking up that Tempered Sword on his way up Death Mountain. Oh, wow. And Doomtap. Oh, Doomtap's last item is still pretty far. He has to, like, he's obviously going to finish Pyramid Fairy. But after that, he either has to go into Mire or Spike. Oh. And he won't have choice because those are his last two things, except for the back.
They're not. Yeah, Skullwoods and Ped.
Yeah. Do you think he'd do the Ped?
Maybe, yeah. Over that one item in Mire.
Yeah, the one item which is Mirror in the big chest. Ninban does have to go all the way around. He does have to go to the big key chest because there is an item in there, so he won't have a choice. He does have to do that. He doesn't get to go straight to the boss.
He does have a choice. It's just a big risk.
Yeah, that's save and quit from Doomtap. Saving and quitting means where are you gonna go? Spike Cave? He's fluting away. If he goes to what 6? He's going.
Yeah, this is Skullwoods. I'm pretty sure.
Skullwoods. Unfortunately, that does give Ninban a bit more of an edge here, because as soon as he gets his Cane of Samara, he just has to go straight for the boss, Misery Mire. He has the big key already. He has a small key left, if I recall. Ten arrows for Ninban. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to give the lead to Ninban right now.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty big margin at this point.
Because unfortunately, Doomtap's gonna go do Mothula check the pedestal before he does Spike Cave or Return to Misery Mire.
Well, the thing is, even beyond that, like if he does Spike Cave, Doomtap might get through GT, and then if the third sword, if that last sword we haven't seen is mirror locked, then
That's true.
he needs the mirror. It's really bad.
I mean, there's only 2 mirror locked locations left, right? There's Graveyard Ledge and Mimic Cave.
I lost track on items in Swamp, so I don't know how many Ninban left behind in there, but he did not get all of them.
That's a good point. And there we have it. Hey, do you have a special way of saying go mode? I don't know if people still do that here.
I don't.
Well, I'm gonna say this with as much hype as I can muster. Ninban has entered go mode. Just a little bit of hype. I mean, we were kind of expecting it, right?
I figure with my accent, I should do people a favor and talk as plain as I can.
Yes, I have been compared to another commentator in the past. And Mafia was very well done. But it's still not helpful for Doomtap. Because he has to go back in to get the item.
Yeah, I think it's correct to do Moth, given there's only one item left and you might have to do this.
Yeah, I completely agree, especially if your intention is to go pull the pet. I mean, put your guesses in chat. What do you think's on the pet? I mean, it could be a sword.
No, we're not gonna find out. He doesn't have the mirror. Not gonna.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's gonna go back. He's gonna go back. Probably.
I mean, I would think so.
Finish the
It's
boss,
less
you're gonna go
miserable than anything else.
Yeah. Okay, he's going. He's gonna go check the pedestal.
No, he's not. Okay.
All right, let's see what we got. In chat, we say sword, bombs, cash out.
This is magic bat first.
Single arrow has been found in K45. Cash, bombs, 10 arrows, cape. Cape, yeah, it could be cape. Red meringue, that's nice. There you go. Ninban just flying through Misery Mire.
They never find out what magic bat has. Oh, there it is. Heartbeats.
Ninban went to check Magic Bat.
Yeah, I don't remember it, and I won't remember it in 10 minutes if you ask me.
Hey, do you know where was that shovel spot?
No.
Neither do I. Alright. Ninban only has 5 arrows. So he will be spending a little bit of time hitting the boss, probably with his sword.
Yeah, Master Sword spends at least on all these eyeballs.
I mean, I forget what's in his... He still has 1 blue potion. Unless he used it already.
I believe he used one. I don't remember.
Oh, no,
He still got one.
Yeah, but he's...
Alright, blind pistol.
Any hit will kill him, though. So be careful. You don't want to have to run back. And the Master Pedal Sword... Master Sword... The pedestal has 5 rupees.
Excellent 5 rupees in existence.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just so close to him sometimes.
I admire the confidence to switch to the hammer there instead of the blue potion initially. And I burned the blue potion.
You can tell it's like, I better be careful. Because if he did take a death, like he's got to think, I had to clear everything to get where I am right now. Like he's probably pressed for time. And there goes the chat with numbers. Hey, Mercer, do you know what's going on?
I believe they're guessing the number of blue balls on Aga 2.
Ah, okay, gotcha. No, but in all seriousness. This is the time for the Big Key Guessing Game. If you like putting random numbers in chat, this is your time to shine. So, we try to find the big key in Ganon's Tower. Its location can be in one of 22 chests. Put a number between 1 and 22 inclusively to guess where that big key is.
And Ninban is gonna go up this way to grab that tempered sword.
Yep. Whereas, I don't know where Doomtap's going.
Well, probably Spike Cave.
This is not the way to Spike Cave.
Oh, that's right. You can just take the portal. In that case, I have no idea. He already did Hera, right?
He did Hera. Did he miscount the number of items he found? No.
I don't know.
Did he forget to check the Sky Island, maybe?
Don't think so.
No.
I mean,
Just
maybe
not
he's
sure.
just taking the extra long way to Spike Cave. I don't know. He even checked Ether Tablet, which you can't get anyway.
Yep. Yeah, he just took the extra long way.
Okay.
That's a little... That does put some extra time. Time he does not have because Ninban is on his way to GT.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make a difference anyway.
I do not blame him at all. I mean, this is his second seed. He has been playing this game for over 3 hours now. Or actually, just about 3 hours now. I do not blame him, especially with seed confusion. Yeah, I can get this. And he gets his ice rod. He's in go mode. No, he's not in go mode.
He needs a sword, and
He
we
needs a
don't know
sword.
if one's available without that mirror.
2 are known blocked by the mirror. And he is off to do Turtle Rock, his final crystal. As Ninban starts on the left side of GT. Oh wait, we have to keep count of this. Oh god.
You can derive it after, just... All you have to do is know the route they took and which chest they opened it in. Counting along the way is overrated.
I honestly hope that he finds arrows. Because he has 0. Yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see when he'll find out. The odds are there somewhere.
Hopefully he finds some arrows.
There's at least a couple places along the way where they're under pots.
Yeah, but that's on the way to Armos Knights, isn't it?
I believe it is on the left side. Yeah, it's in one of the teleport.
There's the big key.
There's 7.
7. Yes, lucky number 7.
You can't go that way yet, and then
he could do the mimic clipping thing.
I mean, I guess.
I that's what he's doing. I mean, he first equipped the bow, realized no arrows. Now he's probably on his way to do the mimic clip for the first room.
I don't know if we've seen the stun prize or not. I would, think about killing one of the green ones while it's stunned.
The green ones, what?
In the previous room,
I don't think you can stun them. They're mimics.
That's true. I can't remember if you can hookshot them or not. This is a miserable clip to do.
At least if you can get them out of the first room, there's a pot with 5 arrows in the next room.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like frame by frame, gotta push him out. Which is not easy, especially if you haven't practiced in a while.
He's making progress.
And then it gets reset.
Yeah, the problem is anytime you lose it, you start losing progress.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even have the shovel. He can't go digging for them.
I mean, this is much more reliable if you buffer it, but, I'm told that people who are good at this can just do it.
Yep. Oh, come on in, man. You can do this. You can do this.
I feel like it might have been faster
is almost at the end here.
Yeah, but there's still that sword
Doomtap's
issue.
going to be catching up to Ninban, and he has arrows. This is not over. At this rate, there's still a race.
Yeah, although we'll really need to find that sword.
I mean, it's possible for it to be in GT. At what point do you give up, though? I mean, you're so invested.
I mean, yeah.
And
so
where do you get your arrows?
The fact that this isn't like even in the top 3 most indignant things to happen in this race is kind of remarkable. He is pushing them a little. I think it's 8 pixels you have to get it in. Koi's in the chat. He'll tell chat the actual answer to that question.
Oh. Koi, we're listening. Well, one's down. He's just... Oh no! He's back in! Oh my god! Ah! That's just awful. Okay, there goes one.
Well...
There goes the second one.
Alright.
Opens the door. Hopefully those arrows have not despawned.
Do not despawn the arrows.
Okay, he's good. He's good.
Don't
Doomtap.
mirror your body.
That would have been bad. Oh god. Ninban, be careful. Oh god. Last arrow kills the mimic. Doomtap finishes off Trinex. He's on his way to GT. He is not so far behind, but he needs a sword. Wow.
Now, we know that if Doomtap takes the right Hope Room first strats, then the big key's in just 1 or 2, depending. But we'll be on the Fighter Sword.
So, what does he do? Does he continue to, what is the map room?
It's compass on that side. But,
No, it's
I mean,
right.
think you have to look for a sword.
You have no choice. I mean, Doomtap's assuming there's 2 swords left in the game. I don't know where they are. Hopefully one is in GT.
Yeah, and it's a reasonable way to go about it.
Yeah.
I mean, given the number of checks Doomtap's made, very high probability from his point of view that the mirror is in here.
I understand Doomtap's approach. He's going left side, gonna go do the Dark Magician ring.
Yeah, same route we saw Ninban take.
Yeah. But Ninban's already halfway up the gauntlet. So what does this race boil down to?
Oh, right, I forgot. Doomtap probably won't do Dark Magician strats because he doesn't have the mirror.
Yeah, he's not.
Just full left.
Yeah, full left. So it will be a while before he gets his big key.
Yeah, won't be presented with that choice for a while. Might find the sword on this side anyway. Wait and see these checks.
Let's see, there's one check, then it'll be rando room. It's 5 chests there. If you keep going, you might find something. But it's too little too late. Ninban's opening chest in case he finds silver arrows. The few seconds it takes is worth it for the time save on Ganon. Nothing useful.
What are you talking about? Now we can find where Agatu is.
Yay! And every single chest in the tower, yeah. Cape in the final chest of the game. Doomtap finds red rupees, red armor, and red boomerang. But those aren't swords. Nor is it a big key. Here we go. Ninban entering Agatu! This is it. Nice, clean batting techniques. Although, yeah, these two are Canadian, so maybe I should say hockey techniques. I mean they're flat and round. I mean, it's a puck, very flashy puck. Needs one more hit on Agatu, and he's off to Ganon. There we go. Very clean for Doomtap on Armos Knights. Is he rewarded with sword? He is not. I mean, aside from GT, what does Doomtap have left? It's really just that Misery Mire, right? His item count at the end of the game is going to be so high.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll continue on, given that it's a second seed. And a rare sight there as Doomtap goes through that locked door. You almost never see that one get opened.
But Ninban is going through second phase of Ganon. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at this. This might be it. Unless there's some very odd circumstance that happens. Ninban is probably going to be taking this race.
And with it, the bronze medal for this tournament.
Here we go. Phase 3. Hitting him hard. Gonna have to do some spin attacks in phase 4 because still no silver arrows. They are on Laser Bridge.
Yeah, and Ninban never even unlocked. Hey, Doomtap finds a sword.
Oh my god.
I believe that was just 21.
But what? Where is he going now, though? He has no way.
I mean, how's he got? He got to get back.
He could death ward? I mean, could he have walked back? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe not.
I don't know. I don't think it's faster, even if he could. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter because Ninban's gonna finish here in a minute.
Yeah. Takes 12 spins on Ganon. He can manage at least 3 spins every time he lights a torch. At minimum 2. And
What a seed there.
ladies and gentlemen, people of all denominations in the chat, put your GGs for Ninban is our winner and takes away the bronze medal for the A Link to the Past Randomizer 2019 tournament. GG's, Ninban.
Yeah. Locks up the bronze with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, 38 seconds.
And I do believe that is a forfeit on Doomtap's behalf. And we are joined here by Ninban. GG's, Ninban.
Hey, hello, good evening.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You have managed to come up ahead in 2 seeds in a row, earning you the bronze medal. How do you feel?
Hey, it feels good.
Yeah.
This tournament is finally finished.
Mm-hmm.
I can hit higher now.
Okay, great. And which seed did you prefer? Did you prefer the very short seed where you went ahead and finished in 1 hour and 17 minutes? Or did you prefer this very long, gruesome, had to check almost everything seed?
It's a hard choice because this one had boots early. The first one didn't have boots.
Ah,
I'm conflicted.
you're not wrong.
But the first one was much nicer than this disaster.
Okay. So yeah, we do have some questions for you. It will be related to both the seeds you have played. I hope you're ready for this. I hope you remember your first seed.
I still remember it.
Mm-hmm. So, Hera in your first seed.
Oh yeah.
A few times. Just a few.
Just a
what
few
was
times.
going on?
I don't know. I'm still sure I had the perfect setup because I always do it that way. I launch the bomb, I spin buffer at the hole, but I don't know. I just things didn't go right.
Okay. So yeah, and here we go in this second seed. What was your thoughts here? I mean, you like double dipped Ice Palace, you double dipped Thieves Town, everything wasn't going your way. What was your mentality? What was your process here? Like, where are you going next?
I was thinking about when I wanted game 3.
You were thinking about your option that you wanted to trigger for your game 3. All right. What was going through your mind then?
Yeah.
Fast Ganon?
No, not the option about when I wanted it.
Oh,
Because my option would have been reverted to 7-7. But
okay.
I was thinking, yeah, maybe we could do it right after this one, or maybe tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that seed was horrible. I did Ice Palace the vanilla entire that way, so I hope people in the chat learned how to do Ice Palace.
Yes.
After all this tournament randomizer where everyone sequence broke Ice Palace with the Ice Palace bound jump, that's how you do Ice Palace, and that's what I showed.
Okay, so thank you for giving us a teaching moment in Ice Palace, because otherwise, yes, you had to go back and around and around and around multiple times, and you did not have the Cicada Samaria at that time, so you were kind of stuck there.
Yes, and I could have been even more stuck if Coaster had the small key.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh, I did get a notification that Doomtap will not be joining us. Unfortunately, his internet is not so great. That when apparently he cannot stream and do commentary, unfortunately, so he will not be joining us. But for everybody in chat, please give a GG's to Doomtap. I'm sure he's somewhere out there in the chat,
probably, let's see, Doom. Okay, maybe not, but he will probably rewatch this. So go ahead, put your GGs in the chat. He will probably watch this VOD after it. But yeah, hey,
Yeah,
Murphy,
GG Doomtap as well. It was a fun series.
Mm-hmm. So Doomtap does take 4th position. I don't know if there's a medal for that. I think it's tin. Mercer, do you know? 4th place medal is tin, right? Aluminum?
It's a finish you can be proud of.
Definitely. Being top 4, Doomtap, congratulations. Out of hundreds of runners who have gone through qualifiers, through groups and brackets, you have made it so far, and everybody is really proud of you. So yeah, everybody give a good shout out to Doomtap in the chat. But here we are with Ninban. This great man from the French community, representing. Thank you very much, by the way. I'm so glad I got to comment this match for you. And I do know that the French community is waiting for him to perform an interview. I did get a notification. Hey, can you send Ninban our way? We want Ninban, please. So Ninban, do you have anything you'd like to say to chat before you head over there to do another interview?
Yes. Well, first, thank you, both you and Mercer, and I don't remember who were commentating in the first race, but thank you to both of them as well, and the trackers, and everyone who made this tournament a success. It was really fun, and I don't know, Randomizer is fun. I still play it, maybe a little less often, because the tournament was kind of taxing with the scheduling, but I mean, just... yeah, that's it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much. And I'm going to go over to the French interview.
All right. Thank you so much, Ninban. Give a shout out again, everybody in chat. Ninban, go follow these 2 racers. Amazing. Doomtap, Ninban, go follow them. They're cool. They're one's French, one's English, they're both Canadian. They play super well. And they're great to just talk to. Yeah, Mercer, how did you like this race? This lovely race.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely always a fan of the Hammer and Ice Palace, especially with the flute to get both runners to bail out and end up having to double dip it. That was just a cherry on top of the tournament. V31 is a miracle.
I'll admit, this has definitely been a wonderful seed to finish a bronze match on. But do not worry, ladies and gentlemen. It is not over. We still have the finals. And the finals start tomorrow night. No, not tomorrow. Sunday night. Sunday at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. Jet 082 versus Act the Boker. So please stay tuned in to go check out those races, because the finals, they're going to be hype. They're going to be so hype. You're going to want to watch them. Because if you enjoyed your time here watching Doomtap and Ninban, you're going to enjoy watching Jet and Ak. Ak will boke. So I would like, before anything happens, also, by the way, you could always go check the commentary in French. If you know any French, you go hear Ninban over there too, speaking in his native language, his mother tongue. I would like to thank you, Mercer, for being such a great commentator. You've been great.
Thank you as well.
I'd also like to thank our lovely tracker in the background, Reg. And I'm going to go put those links in the chat. I'm sure I've already put them like 10 times. But go follow these 2 lovely people. Do stay tuned into Speed Gaming. I know there is a race later on. There is Crystallis Randomizer over in just a little over an hour. Lovely tournament match. And there's also going to be Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer happening right now over on Speed Gaming 2 if you want to go check that out. Wow, I'm actually... Hey, look at that. Look at Ninban's collection rate. It's only 154. That's a lot less than I anticipated.
They had to walk a long way for a lot of one-off checks.
That is a good point.
Good point. But yes, one reminder once again, finals will be on Sunday at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. So be sure to check that out. All right. Any final words, my dear Mercer?
Yeah, given that I think this is probably my last commentary for the tournament, thank you all for listening throughout, and thank you to all of the runners and administrators and everyone involved in this tournament. It has been a lot of fun.
It has. So, yeah. Make sure to check out that last tournament race. I know at the very final race, once the winner is determined, an admin of the tourney will make some official thank you, etc., for the tournament. I have also been an admin, and I thank you everyone for listening in. I know I haven't done many commentaries. I hope I was enjoyable. I loved commentating with Mercer. Mercer just is like he was my cool to my hype, and like he made sure I wasn't overhyping. So thank you so much, and thanks again, Chad, for being here. We're gonna tune out. We will not be closing stream right away because the French commentary is not over yet. But yeah, stick around. 1 hour. We have Crystalis. Sunday we have the finals. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.